Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Business Intelligence by Cal. And we previously we created a SQL query for combining data from multiple tables for further data analysis, right? So I will provide the link for that video we uploaded recently, where we combined the data from various tables in AdventureWorks database 2019. And today we will work on a bit uh, advanced, little bit of intermediate level scenarios to get the results of our requirement from the database. Okay, I hope I was able to explain. Let me show you what we are trying to do today. So this is the AdventureWorks 2019 database, and basically we created this query, which this query highlighted the getting data from multiple tables, and all this information is available in our previous video. We will provide the link. So today our we will try to resolve certain certain requirements from our end users, and to ensure that we provide them the most uh, recent information regarding the employees' pay history as well as the department they are working, along with all the other details. And let me show you what we're trying to do. For example, if we go to we have in this database, AdventureWorks 2019, we have table where there is a human resource dot employee dot department history, where employees department history, where they worked during the span of their employment. They could be moved to a different departments, like for example from purchasing to inventory management and technical department and so on. Let me show you this table, and I will explain what that is. So that's the table of the human resource dot employee department history, and you see most of this business entity is the employee ID, which we will join. We will compile the When we will compile the query, we will join these tables. And we already have prepared a video. We uploaded a video. If you want details on that, you can look into that. So this business entity each is unique for each employee, right? For example, the employee number 4 has been rotated to two different departments. Department ID 1, and then again this employee was rotated to department 2, right? And then we'll look into some other employees where this was the case. For example, there is an employee ID or business entity ID of 250. So this employee, like 250 ID, business entity ID, has been rotated to three different departments: 4, department ID 4, 13, and 5. So when we will run the query, we want the employee's latest information, in which department he's currently working, right? And as well as the same scenario is with the uh, with the pay history. Let me show you what the pay history shows. So in the pay history table, if we see business entities like these two, like this employee number, business entity number 4 have three pay histories, pay rates. Like he started at $8.62, and then it moved to 23, and then 29, and then it moved to he or she moved to 29.846. So that was the latest, and that was on the rate change date was 2011, December of 2011. So there are different dates. And so when we will run the query, when we will extract this information, we want to make sure that we have the latest rate as well as latest department information when this report goes to the management. So how we will resolve that? So let's look into I prepared a paper on that, and we'll look into that. So in this scenario, in today's scenario, we will use a very important feature of the SQL language, that is common table expression. So common table expression improves how it improves the query. Number one, we want to fetch the latest salary. So latest pay, we will create a table latest pay CTE. It's a common table expression. Use the raw number or to order salary records per employee by rate change date descending. Right? Filter the latest salary record where lp.r1 is equal to 1. Right? So latest pay where latest pay is dot r1 is equal to 1. So the SQL language statement would be with latest pay. This is the name of the table, the latest pay, and with is the clause we will use as, and then the bracket, and then select EPH, employee pay history, that's we have shortened it. Select employee pay history dot business entity ID, employee pay history dot rate, and then we use the row number clause over partition by business entity, order by rate date descending. So what it says is, it says that this row number is over partition. So it will, what it will do is, let me run this query, and I will show you what it will extract. We will go step by step of all of these queries. Let's go to the SQL server. Let me write this. You see, here we have the pay rates. For example, for employee number 4 has 3 pay rates. Let's add the date also. We'll it will be more. What it will do is number four is, for example, number four employee business entity ID with number four. So this basically this is the M is the raw number. For each employee, whenever there is one pay rate, it will give one. For example, for each date, if there is no change, it will give one. This employee, for example, employee number four has three pay rates on different dates, and we are saying that in this query we are saying that rate change descending, order by rate change descending. Basically, it's RN. It's not NM. It's RN. Okay. So rate number. Okay. So what does it? What it's doing is this clause row number is basically partition by business entity. So partition word use that it gave us the rates. Whenever there are two rates for the same business entity, it will go to one and two. One for the first rate change, and two would be the second rate change, and this order will be dates uh, descending, means small date comes first and the latest date comes second. For example, in the four, if you see the no, a four number business entity, there are hmm, it's basically this is sorry, it's a descending is the biggest comes first. So this date 2011 is it will come first because it's grouped by this business entity. That's what it partition says that for it has three different pay rates. So it will the 2011 will come first and it will be assigned as a number one. That's a row number. That will automatically give it a row number. This is a very important feature of the function of SQL language. And then for the second it will give two, and for the third it will give three. So that's how we will first we will create these tables with clause and compile this data 1, 2, and 3. So that is the same thing we will do with the department. Let me show you the run with the department, fetching the latest department. We will use row number to order department history per employee by start date descending. So means the latest will come at the top, and then the second latest and the first one. So that's how it will go by the business entity ID. So here let's run this one also. So here you will see that for the business entity 4, he has been working in department 2 and 1. Let's add the start date also here just to show you. See, for example, in the business entity number 4, if we go to department 2 is the latest one in 2010. And then we have the same for dual. So it will get sign number 1 for this one, and then again it will go on to 1 1 1. Where there are multiple departments, it will sort by the dates, because dates are these dates, it will calculate what's the latest date, and then group then select the latest dates department, and then it assign it a number 1, and then the second latest date number 2. I hope I was able to explain what. Now we'll go to the to the main query. So that these are the two clauses we will add in our main query. So in this is our query, and this in this query we will use, already explained, with latest pay. First of all, we will run this one. This will be this is included here. Then there is a comma. Then we use latest department as select EDH dot business entity ID, the same thing like row number over partition by business entity ID, order by EDH start date descending as RN. Latest department from human resource dot employee history. Right. So these records will be stored in these tables, in the specific tables, right, within the query, and then we will use our main query, select business entity p dot business entity, like person dot, as we already have that. I will run this query and I will explain in the SQL server. Then we have the p dot first name last name. So is the LP dot rate as employee latest salary, right? As we explained in my previous video, we will select all these information which we need in our report. So after select, we will mention here all the information we need in our report. So in this report, we need a business entity, employee first and last name as a full name, employee latest pay rate as employee latest salary, either job title, and then name as a department name. So this will be the latest department name. From now here we will explain, as we already explained in our previous video, we join these table person dot person p. From first we will use this table because these three are one and two, these two are from this table, and then we joined human resource dot employee on p dot, as we mentioned, person dot person, we gave the name p dot business entity is equal to e dot employee dot business entity ID. because in the employee table we have certain information which is available in employee table, so we have to join this table here because we are getting from the employee table we are getting job title. So job title is in the employee table. So we'll join this. We need to join this human resource dot employee e on p person to dot person p is equal to business dot entity id. So employees tables business entity is equal to person business entity, right? And then we join the latest pay. So again we have to join the latest pay LP this table. So you see, I mentioned that this will create another. It's a kind of a record table we have already generated that will run when we run this query. It will run with the query, and it will be joined. Latest pay table will be joined on the p dot business entity id is equal to lp dot business entity id. So I hope I was able to explain. We joined, first of all, we joined the person table. Person table already we have that. Then we join the employee table. Then we join the latest pay table, which we compiled here. Okay, and now we will join latest department table on LP. Latest department is the latest pay, and this is on P dot business entity ID is equal to LD dot business entity, right? And the same here. And one thing I will explain again, as we saw the data when we were running these queries in the SQL server, I showed you these numbers are assigned to the records. Like, let me show you again. Like these numbers, for example, this and for example, this business entity number 4 two times, so it has assigned 1 and 2, right? We want to make sure that we give the latest department information and latest salary information. So that's why we join these on business entity, and then we we use the and clause, and then latest pay dot rn is equal to 1, right? So we selected the latest number 1 record for the pay rate from here. We will select the, for example, in the 4, we select the department number 2 because we are in this, we are selecting this table rn is equal to 1. If we select rn is equal to 2, then we will select the previous department. So that's how this query will work. Equal to 1. And the same for join latest department id on ld latest department on p dot business entity id is equal to latest department dot business entity id, that is the latest department, right? And then we join the, we also need the For example, let me show you. We have the ID, department ID, but we want to have the department name. So then we join again in the last clause, we join the human resources department D on LD latest department from this ID is equal to D dot department ID. So this is the department ID table I will show you. So this is in the department, there is a department ID and order by P dot business entity ascending order. So let me explain the key benefits of using common table expressions. Better readability, the logic is clean and separate, making it easier to understand, improve performance instead of filtering multiple subqueries. The SQL engine will process common table expressions first, reducing redundant calculations. Reuse. If we need the latest salary or department elsewhere, we can reuse the common table expression logic. So that was so. Let's run this query, and I will show you what result we will get. So the reason for making all these information, I explained that because that's how we will ensure that we are providing the correct information to our end user of management, right? So we'll go step by step with these queries, but most of these queries already have been written and explained in our previous video. We added just two clauses. These are the common table expressions, two common table expression where the latest pay and latest department was to extract the latest pay and the latest department. So let me run this query. Let's make it bigger. With latest pay, select business entity and this information as already explained. We're now in a SQL, the latest, then we selected the latest department as selected business entity, row number. This is very important clause. That is the key to extract the latest one, as already explained in the first section. So let's run that. So now we have the report. Our report is ready for the management. We will give them each employee's latest salary, latest department. So in case if employee has multiple pay rates over the span of his employment, he could have been improved, like moved and have been he has a salary raise different rates and also he has been moved to different. So that's how we will. This query will ensure that we have the latest information about the employee. So I think that's it for this query. And if you have any questions or any, if you like this query, please, you think that this video is useful and give value for our viewers, please subscribe our channel. And if there are any queries or comment or questions on that, please leave it in our comments, and I will definitely reply that as soon as possible. Thank you. Have a great day.